modern day warrior, mean stride. Today's Tom Sawyer, mean pride. And though his mind is not for rent, don't put him down as arrogant. He'll deserve a quiet defense, writing out the day's events. The river, what you say about his company is what you say about society. Catch the mist, catch the myth, catch the mystery, catch the drift. The world is love and life are dreams, maybe as disguise or white. Today's Tom Sawyer gets eye on you, and the space he invades, he gets by on you.
Do this. I've got the ball, I've got the ability, and I've got the sock. Let's do this!
It's time! It's time! It's time! It's time! It's time! It's time! It's time!
I declare war on stupidity. We're dropping beats and a lyrical fluidity. An attack with pace and ferocity, built on pace and velocity. I'm taking you and your crew on a mission.
I'd never skied big lines before, and yeah, the next thing I know, I'm on top of this line, and I can't see where I'm going, you know, like, there's a lot of variables when you're out here compared to jumping in the park, you know, like, to where the snow is going to be rolling, to where you could be rolling, and yeah, you definitely have a lot more on your mind.
I declare war on the fakers, the piss takers, and the sucker money makers. I reflect and elect to reject. Well, what the fuck did you expect? I'm hyped and I'm psyched, and I was put here to wreck the mic. So I grab a fist full of plastic, not the real deal, no steel, but it feels fantastic. We got the stack up, the beats are backed up.
Ingrid Baxter. I'm 25 and I grew up in Seattle. I currently live in Squaw Valley, California.
It's going down tonight in this town, 'cause they stay and grill, they all stay and grill. I take a score every time I cry, 'cause it ain't my style, no it ain't my style. I went down to the gravel, head to the barrel, take this life and end this trail. Los Angeles, gonna scam me, please, nothing new, never sleep, say clips on 6 a.m. with your bad lady friend and your mind is ended. Just have the right to be a human in control. It's warmer in hell, so down we go. They say this is the city, the city of angels. All I see is dead waves. They say this is the city, the city of angels. All I see is dead waves. It's a ghost town, rabbit on the world.
I definitely felt like I was a rookie on the scene this year. It's a little bit intimidating being around all these people with so much experience, but at the same time it's really cool.
Look around in a riptide hell, we don't rest in peace, we just disappear. So here we are, Los Angeles, no way just singing in your belly of one day. I watch the sun roll down the Pacific over Hookah Sunset Strip. They say this is the city, the city of angels. All I see is dead wings. They say this is the city, the city of angels. All I see is dead wings. There's a black moon tonight, it's shining down on the western neon light. There's a black moon tonight, shining down on the western neon light. They say this is the city, the city of angels. All I see is dead wings. They say this is the city, the city of angels. All I see is dead wings. They say this is the city, the city of angels. All I see is dead wings. They say this is the city, the city of angels. All I see is dead wings.
Finally, that day was so long. Let's go skate.
Our teacher's hottie.
Oh, yeah.
Where do you think you're going?
I don't know.
That's all person I need to know for this.
Shot caller, 20-inch blade on the Impala. Caller, get laid tonight. Switch a roll tight, got sprayed behind. I hit the highway, making money the flyway. But it's got to be a better way, yeah.
I'm a baller, I'm a 20-inch crawler, blaze on Impala, diamond rock waller, R10 howler, never leader, not a fouler. Break these boys off, I'm a 20-inch crawler, bust a left or right, I'm out of sight, I'm throw. I'm bouncing off the road, I'm in the motor, with the boat, I'm chaining tune. Hop out my big body form, chain with the tongue, can't forgive me with alarm. I'm hot, I'm looking good, diamonds get some wood. Man, it's understood, got money in my hood. I'm pushing big body, can't stop me. For the 9-8, gotta sell a million copy. I'ma crow slow, puffin' on the optimo, hit the stove. I'ma go real slow, puffin' with the optigo. I'ma let the spread screen. Man, I'm looking clean, one more control, 3 green and nice bust.
Wanna be a baller, shot caller, 20-inch blades on the Impala. Caller, get laid tonight. Switch a roll tight, got spray behind. I hit the highway, making money the flyway. But it's got to be a better way, a better way, better way. smashing, making my ends. Smoking big killer, getting high in the bins. Big ballin', smashing, making my ends. Smoking big killer, getting high in the bins.
I think where I really want to excel is out here in the mountains and stuff. I actually got a taste of what can go on the last couple days, and I'd really like to just be able to do anything off of anything, you know what I mean? Instead of just hitting perfect jumps and perfect rails and perfect this and perfect that, you come out and you get deep snow and cliffs. It's a lot harder to bring your game out there, you know, so it gives you more confidence when you can deal with mountains like we're dealing with, and when you get into the park, it's just that much better.
And that bug, wanna be a baller, shot caller, 20-inch blades on the Impala, caller, get laid tonight, switch a roll tight, got spray for ice, now hit the highway, making money the flyway, but it's got to be a better way, a better way, a better way, yeah.
Back down south, rolling beans on blocks, most really I got shining with shortstop, and that's for real. So tell me how you feel, to make $1 million out my first record deal, shortstop, putting up your motherfucking ear, really, really don't give a fuck, and I ain't drinking on no beer, codeine when I sip, pistol grip when I ride, chunky for life, baby, it's outside, we on the fucking mission, expedition navigators, that's how we be riding.
Gonna cut around that and then drop right where those hanging icicles are, land, drop that 5-foot cornice and 180 off that cornice at the end too. Come out switch. Woo. Hopefully. Came off the top there, and my first 2 turns were just on so boilerplate ice that kind of made me start thinking a little bit. Jumped off, and I was really expecting a kind of a little bit of a give in the snow, but it was so firm, slapped back. My quad muscle just went out, and yeah.
I got to get dirty, man, they got to move on. Switch from Motorola to a prime cold phone. Broken 2-tone, man, you know, no picture.
Oh, God.
Come on, you guys. You're not that stupid. I don't want to have to go through this again.
Excuse me, Mr.
Now,
McConkey.
hello, Principal Douglas.
How are you today?
Good. Class, say hello to Principal Douglas.
Hi, Principal Douglas.
What can I do for you?
Well, I just wanted to drop off this memo for you and say, good job this semester.
Thank you.
Say, is that a new jacket?
Why, yes, it is.
You're looking sharp, Mr. McConkey. You keep up the good
Thank
work.
you, sir.
All right.
Thank you. So, anyway, now. What?
Now, if a skier comes off a 30-degree slope at 40 miles an hour off a 400-foot cliff without a parachute, where would his impact hot tub be? Anyone? Class?
It's all in your head. You need to unwind. You're losing your grip. The paranoia never ends. It's all in your head. What you see in your mind. There's no reason to trip. The paranoia never
Sometimes I stare at the wall when I'm alone in my room. I'm an abusive reclusive like Dr. Doom. Parts of darkness descend and consume me. You won't believe the gloomy thoughts that run through me. I'm proof of 20 minutes, but if you spend the night, you leave the next day like I don't think his head's on right. Try to talk to myself, but I don't listen. I got split personalities in competition. And which one's a man to I got issues. I could be standing in front of your face and I'm not with you. Schizophrenia, shame's brain distorted, sorta compulsive, obsessive disorder, mathematical pattern addict with the cleft mind. Before I go to bed, I hit the light switch 7 times. Yeah, some never mind. Put the night back, match out. I'm out of my mind, but I'll be right back.
It's all in your head. You need to unwind. behind you. There's no one beside you. There's no one besides you. You know as well as I do. There's no voice inside you. That shadow isn't moving. You must be losing to confusion, having illusions. Still you wanna prove it. Paranoia. That someone might be coming for you. No one's trying to kill you, stupid. There's no Norman Bates peeking in your window. There's no Patrick Bateman trying to pick you up in limos. You pop another pill to try and calm your nerves. But prescriptions make the descriptions a lot worse. You see in red bursts.
Yeah, kind of over-rotated that backflip. And then couldn't pull it together before the cliff. Ski came off, tried to stop myself, saw the cliff coming. And then I was just like, oh God, here I go over the edge. And then I didn't know what I was gonna hit. And luckily I didn't hit rocks when I landed.
Paranoia in your brain cells. You think the world's looking at you, but you can't tell. You need to find yourself a hobby or something and stop fronting. Nobody's out to get you. Nobody wants nothing. I think you got a chemical imbalance. When there's silence, you swear you hear talking and sirens. Maybe it's a different environment that you need. Whatever it is, your mind's dying to be free. You trying to proceed with the usual procedures. Your chest feeling tight. You think you having seizures. Maybe you're just trying too hard to fit in. You need to let that shit go and get counseling, my friend. It's all
You're crazy. I like you. But you're crazy.
Dude, that was so rad, man. Did you get that? I totally stuck that. Right on, bro. Sick. Hell yeah. Awesome. Tahoe, California. We're better than you guys.
Lie in the hedgerow. Our house grown bigger than 2 time in a talk show. We pitched the perfect plan. Like leather and concrete. By strength and sterilized. Downtown with the tracks smooth. Rain bleeds from swollen skies. And we're all trapped inside this maze. Caught breaking sweats while counting days. Stuck down behind the wreckage of a less than perfect ways. The playboy star with no regrets. She wants the one she never gets. Until it's over. Stabbing their backs now. Frail eyes make perfect sense. Clock blazing the cash cow. With a straight-faced innocence. Still rising above this. You'll go on like you're taught. Such incredible likeness. And like a thought that we got it. And we're all trapped inside this maze. Caught breaking sweats while counting days. Struck down behind the wreckage of a less than perfect way.
Now we're not looking here where everyone else is looking at some creative way to ski that. We're looking over here in an area that no one's ever even looked because you can't ski there because it ends in a massive cliff. We came to Europe to look for cliffs here because the Alps are much bigger mountains. They have more vertical rock. There's cliffs everywhere. And in the Alps you have ski resorts all over the place. We go to these ski resorts with our parachutes and ski off stuff right in front of the lift, in front of everybody. The ski patrol are standing around, you know, clapping their hands, coming over and carrying our poles down for us and buying us beer. In the States, if we did that at a ski resort, they'd take our gear, they'd probably throw us in jail or kick us off a mountain or something. You know, it's a whole different perception over here. They don't have the liability issues over here, so they can put a tram right to the very top of the mountain instead of down at the bottom somewhere. So you can find lift accessible ski base jumps all over the place here, and it's really easy.
If you just have to film lifestyle.
A bunch of smart guys dealing with the archives. Sharp eyes, watching fake chart dive. Steady gleam, connects deep like the Medellin. Fetty green, step on the scene, already team. Well front, cracking your head like stale blunts.
Yesterday totally ruled. We went to the Eiger. It was our first day checking out the Eiger to see if we could jump off of it.
This is it. This is the crown jewel, the Eiger, famous mountain. Really, really cool jump.
Big cliff. And it was bluebird, dead calm, totally perfect conditions, and we found an exit point.
So it's a mandatory stick in it type jump, but it's totally within our abilities, so yeah, I know we've got it. I mean, I know I've got it. I'm a little worried about Shane.
So getting out of the helicopter and unloading all our gear on that really steep slope with the blades like, you know, a foot from the snow was an interesting experience, but it was no problem. We have a really good pilot, we had a great couple of guides, and we worked it out. It was really, really cool.
In search of enemies, world trades and energies. Secret organizations throughout the industry, cop to. From the top view, bring the hot news, spot blue. Known to circulate the crops through southeast. From miscontrol to southeast, my mouthpiece, reroute creeks to no doubt teach. And urban outreach to get the huns, mega funds who ones connected to sun. Second run, checking with son, who got the gift, Lord. Parachute down, pulling my ripcord, shift toward big sword and heavy clips poured. Flip board, hitting chips and fours, whips floored. Trips record, another ship scored. Trips record, another ship scored. A bunch of smart guys dealing with the archives. Sharp eyes, watching fake chart dive. A bunch of smart guys dealing with the archives. Take apart lives.
We got to Europe and we're doing a couple practice jumps, and JT rolled his ankle really badly on landing, and it was all purple, blue, and black all the way up to his shin. It was just disgusting. I don't know how he was able to pull it off, but he just jammed his foot into his boot like a football player going to the Super Bowl, and like nothing else mattered because it was on.
Running short on imaginations, will be wasted all on words. Smoking without the benefit of our minds. The candle burns, the edges fray, our best intentions waste away. And everybody loves the things we've done, and on and on and on.
Just start right at your ski tips, go around that shit, make one turn that way, and one turn back around the corner into the steep, and just point it. You're good to go.
As if we'd never hit the ground, but just like rain, we can't keep from falling.
This season was probably the worst season I ever had. I broke my ankle late November, right after Thanksgiving. Ended up having to get a screw put in. Good doctor and 6 weeks of training. I was back out there. So I felt really good about that first day of filming and knowing that my ankle could hold up. A couple weeks after that, we went to Norway. Pretty much had rained before we got there, and the snow just was horrible everywhere we went. Pretty much all I wanted to do was just huck big cliffs and do backflips, but it was impossible to even do. I tried a couple of big jumps, and just the super hard landings were really hard on the body. So basically straight from Norway, we went to Bella Coola. And when we arrived, it just pretty much was the same conditions there. One day I did end up getting out after waiting for about 2 weeks and was skiing by myself. The rest of the crew left in search of better snow. Did a couple warm-up runs and tried to work it up. I was gaining a little bit of confidence and finding the better snow, but it still wasn't all there as far as depth. My last run there, and then was just going to ease off of a cliff into a pretty big face, and I went as slow as I possibly could just to not catch any air because I knew the landing wasn't going to be super deep or forgiving, and kind of hit side hill with a slough coming into my landing, and I just kind of rotated up the hill and just lost control from there. Started tomahawking down the mountain. So I was just trying to self-arrest by sticking my arms out and grabbing the slope, and in doing that, just dislocated my arm, which ended up breaking the end of the talus bone right in the joint. Ski down to the helicopter and go straight to the hospital. It's a real hard thing to deal with when you're out there to give it your all and go for it, but it just doesn't happen.
Please allow me to adjust my pants so that I may dance the good time dance and put the onlookers and innocent bystanders into a trance. Give disease so the swine will marry and propagate lies. Tough luck for elected officials. The beast you see got 50 eyes. Bring it on home, spread the wealth, play it cool, the hand's been dealt. Now all the odds are in our favor. Save the victory speeches for later. Streets on fire. The mob goes wild, wild, wild. Streets on fire. The mob goes wild. 21 guns, box made of pine. Letter from the government, sealed and signed. Delivered Federal Express on your mother's doorsteps. 21 guns, box made of pine. Letter from the government, sealed and signed. Delivered Federal Express on your mother's doorsteps. Condoleezza Rice is nice, but I prefer Everybody move to Canada right now. Here's how we do it. Bum rush the fort of God before he and his dog ever knew it. Streets on fire. The mob goes wild, wild, wild. Streets on fire. The mob goes wild. 21 guns, box made of pine. Letter from the government, sealed and signed. Deliver Federal Express on your mother's doorsteps. 21 guns, box made of pine. Letter from the government, sealed and signed. Deliver Federal Express on your mother's doorsteps. Well, alright.
Mr. Pollard, I've called you into my office today because, frankly, I'm not impressed with some of the decisions you've made lately.
Well, I have to say, I don't really like your tone of voice, man. So get off my back. Boom! So in January this year, it's been snowing like 3 weeks straight in Whistler. And forecast was predicting some high pressure moving in. So I drove up to Whistler from Oregon. And sure enough, next day it was Bluebird. It seemed pretty stable. We, Hugo and I both skied it. We were just all like thought our luck was on and pretty amped on the whole situation. Because we thought it might be unstable snowpack, we stuck to small slopes and just started to test our luck. First turn, it ripped out on me all the way down to the rocks. I had nowhere to go. I was fully cliffed out, so I just tried to make it as far down my line as possible. So I ended up getting swept over one cliff and just buried up to my waist. We didn't want to call it a day because the snow was just so light. And we thought, maybe if we try another elevation. So that's what we did. Hopped over to another peak, and literally the next run I dropped in. I was making those struggling noises when you're like, it's like almost like your voice is trying to kick you into gear or something, it's like, really weird. I thought I was going to be buried so deep, but I think I lucked out that I kept airing off cliffs and landing on top of it again and again. Ended up breaking my ski, but better than any of my skeleton, Lucky, scary, death-defying. I saw CR set a pretty high standard with a good fall. I just decided to come on strong and try to run up it, just Tommy a couple more times. You know, if you ever
Just give it.
darkness, fear all that don't fade is a gift. Crawl through the darkness, fear all that don't fade is a gift. Crawl through the darkness, fear all that don't fade is a gift. Crawl through the darkness, fear all that don't fade is a gift. I need to be alone, I'm halfway to nowhere. On the call, now that I am alone. Wave these waves.
Say hey! Sphere, all that don't fade is a gift.
Once filming started, I decided I wanted to, put together the best segment possible, and I wanted to just do a couple of things that would make people's head turn and just be like, did that really just happen? So I went as fast as I could and just went at it as big as possible. Right as I was in the tranny of the jump, I knew I wasn't going to make it. I bruised my heels. I pushed the bone through the muscle in my heels, so I couldn't walk for a long time. I tore my right ACL and MCL partway through and my left LCL. Broke my back in 3 places. I broke my right thumb and I collapsed a lung.
Stepped in, trouble. Fucking troublemakers.
Look out!
And this pretend Visa card becomes a lock pegging tool.
Attention class, would Rory Bushfield please come to the nurse's office again, immediately?
Hey. Gunshots echo for blocks, snakes swindling plot, dreams dwindling by any means. The motto in this concrete grotto. Watch the homeless man cry for sanctuary in a bottle, while some pray to someday get out of the slumps. They struggle and strive to stay alive amidst the gunplay. In the land of the crook, the shook never lasts long. Another brother is took, another mother is wrong. That's the problem. No effort is made to try to solve them. The code of the streets in this modern day Gotham. Gun shops for blocks, liquor stores and crack rocks. While the youth of today die at the hands of corrupt cops, it's gotta stop. The sorrow-filled faces on crowded blocks. So I'ma plot a course and lead you straight to the mountaintop and drop math and lead the blind to the right path. My mic craft, the guiding light to a bright path. So think about it. Think about it. Elements of past, present, so now I represent the next generation of youth. And my intent is to pass on the knowledge from a life that I've chosen to lead, and create a better soul for my seed. To live life minus the pain, struggle and strife, daily attributes that makes a brother beat on his wife, or go for guns when the times get tough. I had enough, I spread love and show you that it ain't that rough. Who to guess? I used to ride with the best, a juvenile with no clue. Believe I had my due stress, impressed
notion of getting mines by taking it, breaking it, grabbing all the goods and then skating with no conscience or remorse. The course that I took had my own fam calling me a crook. So that's when it hit me. To do a 360, I had to shape up, open my eyes and then wake up, gather my thoughts and realize I was brought to this earth to move the crowd, my destiny since birth. Word to God, I know the times is hard, but have faith in yourself and elevate of, have faith in yourself and elevate of all material wealth. Health, love, and happiness is the key to success. You only got one life, so just give it your best. God bless you with the power of thought and free will. The choice is up to you and what dreams you fulfill. Work it out before you go that route. Think about it. I decided to seek the truth in rhyme form. Blessed was the time born 10-6-7-3. My daily activity, the dismantling of phony MCs who wanna intersect my progression of this microphone profession. Your third eye's blind to my selection. Perfection is my goal, so it's a must that I shine. Divine light be my guide to rock precisely the right rhyme. 46 bar scar on the backs of those who lack. By definition, wishing you could embellish the craft. Just a knack that I got to make it hot without the spotlight. Yeah, cause I already got light. Insight, my tool to help me weed through the snakes. Dollar signs to line the pockets of this industry fakes. So I'ma keep it moving, proving to those I got my facts. I condition my mind, cause my rhyme's my only asset. Think about it.
As mankind slips closer to his own destruction, with the development and advancement of modern weapons of warfare, depleting our Mother Earth of all its resources, and robbing our children of their future. Now it's over, it feels so senseless. Damaged goods, there's no pretenses. Divided lines, we feel defenseless. The standard's high, the cost is endless. With this side, that side, this side. Every day we destroy. Every day we destroy. Every day we destroy. Every day we destroy. I'm just staying alive. Oh, only the strongest survive. Oh, we're just living and trying. Every day we destroy. Fashion diet, ban on destruction, set free the masses, greed and corruption. So where does trust live? What you're killing? Self-salvation for the willing. With this side, that side, this side. Every day we destroy. Every day we destroy. Every day we destroy. Every day we destroy. I'm just staying alive. Oh, only the strongest survive. Oh, we're just living and trying. Every day we destroy. Time is running, here we go. One by one, their bodies flow. Children die, cats sleep. Keep the system nice and deep. Feed the public, push the line. Millions lost, babies cry. In the end, it's all the same. We all suffer from the same. Die, 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 die.
For the last couple of years, I guess I've been pretty lucky. I didn't crash so much. I never hold on myself, like to make sure I'm not crashing. But
I don't know, it just happened this year. I just kept charging like I usually do, and bad luck happened, I guess.
And shit, I'll just call you tomorrow. All right, brother, rock on.
Well, I did that line many times, so I think I was a little too confident. I thought I knew the line very well, and in fact, I guess I didn't. And I was 2 feet on the right, 2 feet left, it would have been fine. I kind of hit the chunk of ice right in the middle of the run out, and yeah, it just bucked me at high speed. You gotta be so on the line that any mistake can take you down, and that's what happened.
Well, I just wanted to drop off this memo for you. And how about this one?
It's tonight, me and this girl, I think she's spitting it, and We're headed to San Bernardino.
Well, I'm a little disappointed in your tone, man.
You just got served. Dallas and visit my friend, but we can't stay for more than a week. I got the South in my veins, but California in my mouth, and that's a simple reason why I'm leaving the South. Me and this girl, she's so foxy, and we're headed to San Bernardino. Well, that was close, we crossed the Tennessee state border. They would have locked us up by the sheriff's order. Yes, we're freaks, but they can't touch us out west in San Bernardino. And we shall miss Carolina and the East Coast as opposed to the West. But we won't shed any.
Okay, dudes, this track is totally gonna be dusty today, right? So we're gonna have to like totally keep our speed down, or well, give her shit.
It's an apple wine. We'll hit